I'm back. Rodriguez for our Black and White Network. Well, we know all about Hollywood elites funding the Democratic Party, the Democratic cause, the socialist cause, socialist Democrats, and people like Beijing Biden. Well, also enter, of course, the funding of one Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, the Joker herself, funded by the Hollywood elites. Most specifically, the one we're going to talk about today is Orville creator and Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane. Look, he's funny. He's created funny shows. Orville's good. I enjoy Family Guy. It's certainly not kid-friendly, but it's funny. It is. I don't want to be a hypocrite and act like it's not. And for the most part, at least in Family Guy, I've actually seen him poke fun at some of the leftist ideals. That being said, man, he funded Nancy Pelosi, and he did it in a major and big way. Yikes. Got a little mention of Soros in this, too. So let's just take a look at it, because he really gave Nancy Pelosi a lot of money. New report reveals Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane donated millions to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, as if Paul Pelosi's stock shenanigans hasn't funded them enough. It is no secret that Seth MacFarlane is critical of the Republican Party, but a new report has revealed that his disdain has gone so far as to lead him to donate large sums of money to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. This is bounding in the comics. As per a report by San Francisco Gate, in May of this year, the Family Guy, American Dad, and the Orville creator is a Democratic Party mega donor, having contributed a sum of $365,000 to the Democratic Grassroots Victory Fund, a political action committee PAC that helps fund state-level branches of the party. This followed with his staggering 2020 donation to the fund, $865,000, which is more than the $500,000 that left-wing billionaire George Soros donated that same year. For context, as per the Democratic Grassroots Victory Fund's donation stipulations, the PAC is able to accept, quote, up to $875,000 from an individual donor and up to $405,000 from a multi-candidate committee in a calendar year. Wow. And there's Seth MacFarlane right there. There's one of the transactions, $865,000. Good grief, that's crazy. While the remainder of the donation is sent to the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, the report notes that Pelosi doesn't really need to raise any funds for her own political campaign, as given her current status, she will, quote, almost certainly win without campaigning. This report comes in light of MacFarlane having, for years, kept his wealth a complete mystery. During an interview with ABC's Barbara Walters in 2012, the host estimated that Family Guy creator was making over $30 million a year. A few years back, as of November 2008, to be precise, the Family Guy franchise was estimated to be worth a whopping $2 billion. With the $400 million it was earning in syndication far outweighing the $2 million per episode price tag of each episode. Keep in mind, Disney bought Lucasfilm, the rights to the Star Wars franchise, for $4 billion. Just double what Family Guy is worth. And that was in 2008. That was 4 years before that purchase. Whatever the case, it's evident that MacFarlane will spare no expenses when it comes to countering the GOP and its conservative ideals. An avid supporter of abortion, MacFarlane has been very vocal about his support for the practice, often taking to social media to vent his frustration against Republicans' opposition to it. In May, the television creator smeared former White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany for her assertion that if Roe v. Wade is indeed overturned, a scourge on America's conscience will be no longer. Quote, some of these Bachelor contestants are effing nuts, he declared. It is worth noting that MacFarlane's fairly tasteless tweet targeting McEnany as is a comment his own political side would condemn to the point of cancellation, particularly the woke feminist mob that he supports. Is there actually a feminist mob left? I didn't know that. I thought they had been canceled by the alphabet community mob. Weird. Marching is important. Voting is even more important. Give them the boot in the midterms, wrote the Family Guy creator in May, encouraging his followers to vote for Democrats in the upcoming November 2022 election. Just a few weeks later, MacFarlane doubled down on his call for support of Democratic candidates, tweeting, quote, vote this fall, knock the GOP on their asses at the polls, and you have a chance to stop this. It's not going to happen, MacFarlane. Or keep them on their perch, keep enabling their greed. Keep enabling their greed, says the guy that in 2012 they estimated was making 30 large a year. Keep enabling their greed. It's so funny. Wow. And live with the dark power of the gun lobby and all the killing it chooses to allow, he concluded. It's your choice. It's that simple. I often wonder what world these people live in. Following Roe v. Wade's eventual overturning, a frustrated MacFarlane wrote on Twitter, quote, not too long ago, this would have been a dystopian sci-fi, but the legacy of the 2016 election, indelible mark of the GOP, is printed here in black and white. How much further will we go once again depends on American voters. He went on, sharing a screenshot of the New York Times announcement of the news. Blame extremism or apathy, but this is America. So, wow. I don't find it surprising in the absolute least that this guy funded Nancy Pelosi or any other Democrat on the level that he did, especially considering his track record of what he has vocally said, supporting radical woke leftist politics. Doesn't surprise me at all. So many of these Hollywood elites have contributed to these ridiculous PACs and funds that have benefited these politicians like this. And like I said a second ago, Nancy Pelosi certainly doesn't need the money for her campaigns when you consider all the avenues of income they have bringing in. Boy, she's a joker if there was. She's a real-life joker. Yeah, there are literal images out there painted of her in the Joker's makeup. She's the joke. She's going to Taiwan. We'll see if she follows through with that or if Beijing Biden will step up and stop her in light of everything that I'm sure China's got. I'm sure a book of misdoings involving Hunter and his dad. If that dude ain't compromised, I don't know what to say when it comes to China. But you get the point. I mean, China sent that threat about Pelosi going over there. We'll see if she follows through with that. There's a lot of people that speculate that she's just going to sneak into the country and then be gone, but I don't know how that doesn't make it out publicly. And no, it doesn't surprise me that this guy, a Hollywood elite, is funding the Democratic Party. They look, for the most part, they all are. They all are out there in their Hollywood bubble, calling to defund the police when they're all have private security behind 12-foot tall fences in $5 million homes. It's crazy. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.